These Roblox games are based on real cannibalism. While they may seem fun and innocent, some hide some very dark references beneath the surface. Millions of kids play them without knowing what they really mean, and the worst part is that they're based on cases that actually happened. So today we're going to play each one of them to find out how much they resemble the real cases and understand why Roblox allowed this in a game for kids. Starting with Bargers. Okay, we're already inside Bargers. As you can see, at first glance, this just looks like a burger restaurant. Well, honestly, everything looks pretty normal, but as we go on, the situation is going to get more and more disturbing, because behind it is one of the darkest cases out there. We have to start by making a burger for order 1. We have to grab the bottom bun and the plate, and here we have the meat. The kitchen isn't in very good condition, let's just say. Well, we have half a burger, we have a burger. From what I understand, we deliver the order now and it'll give us some money. Yes, I love it. Here we can improve the kitchen. As you can see, the whole kitchen is completely destroyed, disgusting. All poor customers, normal customers, no poor customers, we don't need money. Perfect. The bottom bun, no meat, eliminates a customer, and this is where things get darker. In real life, the person made burgers with human meat. Let's grab him before anyone notices. Hey, this is a homeless guy. I don't know if the meat is going to turn out very well, to be honest. This is the grinder. And is the meat here? Let's see. Apparently the meat is fine. It's not spoiled or anything. Even though it's disturbing, it's actually quite unsanitary. We're going to deliver the first human meat to the CA, or look, $250. This game is based on the case of Joe the Cannibal. Joe was basically a father whose wife decided to betray him and cheated on him one day. Joe. After that, he accepted what he told his wife. And well, but after that, the mother lost her mind a bit. She left the house, but she didn't go alone. She took Joe's son with her. Without Joe being able to see his son or know anything about it at all, that made Joe want revenge, so he decided to start looking for his wife to commit the worst possible act. While searching, Joe's sanity declined, and one day he chose to take revenge in the worst way. He invited 2 girls to his house, eliminated them mercilessly, and buried them in a vacant lot so that no one would notice. Sometime later, the disappearance of these 2 girls became public. The police started the investigation and various pieces of evidence pointed to Joe. He was arrested for being a murder suspect, but after 9 months, Joe was released due to lack of evidence. Many would think that once free, Joe would try to keep a low profile so that no one would notice, but this was only the beginning of a mountain of crimes that Joe was going to commit. And just then, the police arrived. We have to defend ourselves from the police, bro. I don't know if Joe had to defend himself from the police. Yeah, in a restaurant, but they shot me. More meat for the restaurant. Perfect. I love black market. Perfect. We can buy a gun, so let's buy a revolver. We have a revolver with 24 bullets. No, dude, a real rat. Can we use rat meat? Oh, I wasn't expecting this. Let's see. Ooh, yeah, look at that. Let's put the meat on the patty, the cheese. And we need to add something else. I'm surprised nobody puts lettuce on their burger. Or tomato. Why doesn't anyone put tomato? Or did this guy see us kill the cop and turn him into meat at night? And now he's just acting like nothing happened. Let's serve this golden customer. The burger looks pretty simple. Also, the health inspector arrives in 85 seconds. We need to clean up or they might get suspicious. Let's clean the storage room. I have to press the green circles. Done. Only the bathroom is left. The bathroom looks fine, but what's happening? This is tough. Hey, the old man wants to hit me. The health inspector has arrived. Everything is clean. Everything is clean. Everything is clean. Relax, relax, relax. Okay. It looks like it's going to take him a while to check that everything is clean. Toilet bowl, grade F. Oh, I couldn't clean it. I cleaned everything else well. Ah, diamond customer. Let's choose this. Perfect. Lettuce. Does this one get tomato, guys? Yes. Perfect. This one. I respect this customer. Another thing, don't customers put mayonnaise on their burgers? That doesn't make sense either. He gave us $5,000. Alright, let's improve the kitchen because we're falling apart. Let's improve the kitchen. Let's upgrade the grinder. Can we unlock onions? Let's buy bacon as an ingredient. Done. We're out of money, but we improved the kitchen a lot. Well, I have 2 pieces of meat. Tonight we're going to have to massacre some cops. Look, the new kitchen is faster. I'm losing the golden customer, man. Wait, man. Wait. Don't go. No. He left, and now the police are coming. Let's shoot him. Come in. Take that. There's one coming with a shield, guys. He's armed. He won't die, man. Take that. He just got retired. I literally retired him. Alright, we're gonna turn this one into meat. Look, the new shredder is working great too. Going back to Joe's case, after he got out of jail, that's when he committed the worst and most abhorrent acts a human can do. The first thing Joe did after getting out of jail was go back to his old boss to ask for his job back. In the same place, there was a small trailer that nobody used, and Joe also asked to stay there. The boss agreed, not knowing anything else. That trailer was in a spot with zero visibility. No one could see who went in or what happened inside. Completely perfect for what Joe was plotting. Days later, he tricked two women, took them to his house and killed them. Then he cut the meat into pieces and stored them in his refrigerator. That's where Joe started his new business, on a road near his workplace. He opened a hamburger stand, but no one knew the secret the meat was hiding. For weeks, he sold hamburgers mixed with human meat. Most disturbing is that the business was successful. Customers said it was the best hamburger they'd ever had. The business started to grow, but there came a time when the meat ran out. Joe couldn't continue without his special ingredients, so he repeated the plan. He took another woman to his house, tried to hurt her, but made a mistake he didn't expect. He turned around for a split second, and that was enough for the woman to escape through the window, get help, and quickly alert the police. Joe accepted his fate. As soon as he left his house, the police were waiting to arrest him. Joe didn't deny anything. He confessed to all the crimes he committed and even his shady hamburger business. He helped the police with the investigation, and later he was sentenced to life in prison. He spent his entire life in prison until he died for unknown reasons. As you can see, unlike the real case where Joe used meat from customers he took to his house, in this game it doesn't match that exactly. Here we have a restaurant where the police come at night and we kill them and end up using their meat. But here's where one of the biggest differences with the real story comes in. If we go over here and read this sign, it says the following: Day 1 Clarence is insane, ha ha ha. But I don't care about anything else. Mom is in the hospital and she needs the money to pay for it. If this money is real, I'll finally be able to save her. Just 7 days, that's all I have to survive. As you can see, the character in this game opened this supermarket and is selling burgers mainly to be able to save his mother. Joe didn't have a mother. He didn't want to save anyone. In fact, he wanted to kill his ex-wife. And because of that insatiable thirst for revenge he did everything he did. So we can say that this game, even though it's not exactly Joe's story, is clearly inspired by his case, especially because the burgers really are made from humans. But there's an even darker game because it's not just an inspiration, it's actually set in one of the worst tragedies in human history. This game is called Mother's Care, and what this mother did to save her children was completely disturbing. Okay, we're waking up with our siblings, I guess. These are our siblings. Ryokan. Look who's awake. Wow, the sleepyhead has woken up. Why don't they say sleepyhead? Objective, talk to mom in the kitchen. Okay, perfect. We're in the living room, mom. Is everything alright? Hello. Good morning, honey. I'm sorry, but we're running out of food right now. And what mom just mentioned is going to be very important later, because so far, this game honestly seems pretty normal. But little by little, we're going to go deeper and deeper into the darkness. Let's grab the shovel that's here, it seems. Let's grab the shovel. Whoa, I got the shovel, guys. This is the garden, right? It's just that it says dig up the crops in the front yard here. Look, what is it? Grass. And here is the first big coincidence. Many claim this game is inspired by the Great Chinese Famine, one of history's worst tragedies. At that time, the Chinese government forced each village to give up a lot of food, with very severe punishments for non-compliance. Many villages couldn't meet that amount, so they started giving the government more food than they actually produced. And they were left with almost nothing for themselves. That made people start hunting animals and insects to survive and feed themselves. But when there was nothing left to hunt, they started to eat mud and grass, also tree trunks, but even worse, they dug up the bodies of deceased humans and fed on them. All of that sounds very terrifying, but I assure you it's nothing compared to what they had to do next. Okay, we have to harvest 13 crops in total. Okay, I guess there are 13 crops here. Oh, I got stuck. Hi sister, I have some hot chocolate for you. Shall we go? Chocolate. Last cup we got. I'll help you get rid of some crops. A little while later. Okay, I found 2 harvests for you, sister. Okay, let's dig up what's left. Perfect, we dug up everything. Let's take it. Can we take the cup of chocolate? Yes, done. I drank it. Let's take the empanada to the bathroom. We'll leave it here. Again, Verity there. Don't follow me, Verity. I might end up punching you, Verity. Damn. Hey, honey, did you manage to harvest? Yes, bro. Good, great. I'm going to cook for a while. Let's hope the dish mom cooks is delicious. The food is ready, kids. My goodness, let's eat. Let's go to the table. Okay, we're eating. Everything seems fine. That was a decent meal. Should I head to bed? I need to rest, Che. Can we open mom's room? I can't open the door. The mother's room can't be opened. Let's go to sleep. Let's see what the heck is going on. Kids, get out of here. I have something important to tell you all. What happened? Why is everything thrown around? I've been informed that there's going to be a snowstorm. We're going to have to block the windows. Otherwise, the snow could come in. Could you do that for me? Mom never moves to do anything. She asks us to do everything. Now we're playing with Ryo-Ryo-kan. Okay? We're in the basement. Pick up the planks in the basement and block the windows for the snowstorm. Where are the windows? Here, but we don't actually have any windows. I have to do 20 taps done 20. I don't understand how covering the windows with these planks would help during a snowstorm. I mean, it doesn't stop the wind or snow from coming in. And done. Hi mom, I already covered all the windows, but just at that moment the snowstorm got even worse. Whoa, wow. But it's a real storm, literally. The power went out and Ryo-Ryo-kan had to go fix it. The power box needs to be repaired as soon as possible, but mom doesn't leave that spot. She's in the kitchen all day and doesn't do anything. Did he manage to fix it? But after that, he started to feel really strange. He said mom was getting stranger and stranger and something about her was off, so feeling overwhelmed, he wrote his thoughts in a notebook. And remember that because that's important. Later, when we told mom everything was sorted out, she didn't mention what everyone already suspected. There was no food left at home. She mentioned that the next day she was going to wake up Ryo-Ryo-kan early to help her gather food outside. Ryo-Ryo-kan agreed, but he didn't know what mom was planning. Really, this is very strange. Ryo-Ryo-kan, tomorrow morning he's going with mom alone? I hate to say it, but I think something strange or bad will happen. Let's just wait for tomorrow to see. Day 3. Huh? That's strange. I heard a noise. Did someone leave the house? Oh god, no. Ryo-Ryo-kan, guys, Ryo-Ryo-kan is missing. Ryo-Ryo-kan isn't here. Ryo-Ryo-kan isn't mom trying to eat him? Hey, something's missing here, guys. Mom isn't here. There's a note here. Let's see what it says about mom. I've gone to find food with Ryo-Ryo-kan. Your older brother, please take care of the house while I'm gone. Guys, they've already taken him. I think we found another coincidence here. Many families use their children for exchanges, but you have no idea what that really means. Some families fell into absolute desperation from not having any food. Basically, they would take the youngest children and together with another family who also chose one of their youngest children, they would exchange them to do the worst thing imaginable. They believed it would be less painful to kill another family's child than their own. And all of this was to eat them. Remember that Ryo-Ryo-kan said mom was acting strange and then started writing things in her diary. There must be an answer there. Let's see. Ever since what happened with Ryo-Ryo-kan, mom has been telling me to go with her to get food. She seems a bit hysterical in a way. I'll leave this note here just in case. Oh no, bro, something weird is going on. We went to talk to Corin, told him that mom was acting really strange and that what happened with Ryo-kan was very odd. Corin said we needed a way to communicate, so we went to look for some walkie-talkies. The problem is we only found 3 and there are 4 siblings. That's why Koyerin made a terrible decision. He chose to go without his so that Laren, the youngest sister, could have one. Everyone thought it was the right thing to do, but what happened next made everyone regret that decision. Mom will probably be here tomorrow, and if Ryokan isn't with her, honestly, we can already assume the worst. Guys, oh, is mom back? Mom's here already. Coincidentally, Ryo-Ryo-kan won't be here. And coincidentally, there's going to be meaty food. Oh, mom's here. Oh no, mom, what did you do? Where's Ryo-kan? I don't see him. Maybe he's around somewhere. Please don't tell me you killed him. Hi mom, where were you yesterday? And why is Ryo-kan gone? Ryo-kan isn't here, guys. We went somewhere, honey. There's nothing to worry about, right? Mom killed him. He's resting in my room, right? Mom killed him. Mom killed him. Mom killed him. She killed him. She killed him. She killed him. And we're not gonna eat him without realizing it, guys. Is he really tired? Tired of being a walking Milanesa? We've got some steaks. No. Ryo-kan. He came, but in a different way. Why don't you cook for us? I'm very tired, so please tell your sister and don't ask any more questions. Augusta is really annoying. Is she guilty? Is she guilty of murdering Ryo-Ryo-kan Koshurin? Cook yourself a couple of Ryo-Ryo-kan Milanesas, please. Dinner is ready. Everyone enjoy. Can you see me at the dinner table? No, please no. There's Ryo-Ryo-kan. Well, at least Ryo-Ryo-kan will be sitting with us at the table, right? Look, there's Ryo-Ryo-kan. Nobody suspects anything. That was a great meal, wasn't it? After dinner, Mom's behavior was even stranger. The siblings were grateful for the meal, they even said it was really delicious. But what none of them knew was that the food they had just eaten was the remains of their brother Ryokan. After that, the mother went to rest. She was completely irritated and everyone started to suspect that something very strange was happening. But right at that moment was when they discovered the worst. They found the headphones that Ryokan always carried with him. That's when they realized that the mother had killed Ryokan. And before they could process it, day 5 arrived. What was that? No, Koyorin isn't here. No, Koyorin was the one who didn't have the walkie-talkie. She didn't eat her mom. Koyorin is missing too. We need to investigate. Let me know if you find clues. We have to talk to mom. Could this be our first time entering the room? Knock knock. It sounded like someone was knocking on the door in real life. I got really scared. Didn't it open? Did she leave? She left us a note. Let's see. I'm very busy with something right now. Don't bother me. Wow, she's avoiding us. I need to tell this too. Unfortunately, if we eat today, guys, you have to know we're eating koyurin. Unable to open their mother's bedroom door, the siblings decided to make a plan. Lauren was going to hide in the yard. While Corin and Renate tried to open the door, they looked for a crowbar. Come on, Corin, you can break down her door. Come on, let's get our friends back. But even so, it didn't work. They decided to take shelter in the room, but just at that moment, the door opened. Oh, I'm scared. Look at the crazy look on Mom's face. What's she going to do? Have you seen Lauren? Is she looking for him? We haven't seen her and don't know where she is. I could have sworn she was here, which is odd. Mom's getting suspicious and is currently looking for Lauren. Does she want to eat her? This time, Lauren was the target. But what the mother didn't know was that she was hiding. The siblings immediately became alert and tried to help her. When Rindak got to Mom, he tried to distract her so she wouldn't realize that Lauren was there. He asked her again what happened to his missing siblings. But the mother got so angry that she went into the house and locked herself in the room. Lauren was safe, but that peace wouldn't last long. Finally, on day 6, everything would be decided. The siblings sought help and then discovered something strange. On the wall, there were a lot of cans of food that the mother was hiding. Renata grabbed some cans and took them to Larin. In order to carry out the plan, she had to go through the snowstorm completely alone to get help before it was too late. Meanwhile, the siblings were going to lock themselves in the room and wait for help. But that day, the mother was going to go after Corin. Oh, he grabbed a stick in his hand. Oh no, he wants to come in, Mom. He wants to eat us. He wants to eat us. Kids, Corin, are you there? Oh, he turned all red. Oh no, he wants to force it open. Keep the door closed. I'm keeping it closed. I have to click 100 times. Okay. We're keeping the door closed. 90 and 100 ready. I'll stay awake and watch the door. I'll get the crowbar to try to defend myself. I'll sneak out while you're asleep to get the crowbar. Or look, we're going to be alone in the house. Go to bed. Okay, we've eaten. Day 7, revenge. Help, Corin. Are you okay? You struggle a lot. I got you anyway. No, Mom caught Corin. Lauren hasn't come back yet. I need to get the shovel in the bathroom again. Or is there a snowstorm? No, things are pretty tough for us. Guys, run, damn it. No, Corin is going to die. Corin is going to die if we don't hurry. Hey, wow, Barity's face is gone. Even Barity got scared by what the mother is doing. Let's break down Mom's door. Lauren's here. I've managed to get help for us too. I hope they come quickly. Corin is trapped behind Mom's doors. I'll help you break the door. This is the last thing we have to do. Save Corin before Mom kills him. Mom, okay. This one is more complicated. 2, only 1 left and that's it. We open the door. Ah. Did she kill him? She's hitting her with a stick. Did she kill her? Did she kill her? You saved me. She hit her really hard. Boom. To the mother and she was like, she's still alive. She's still alive. I'm sorry, she says. I'm a horrible mother. I deserve to go to hell for what I've done. Larin, take care of Corin and Renette for me. Let me rest now, sweethearts. End all of this. What do we do? Do we kill her or try to save her? If we try to save her, she might want to kill us, right? Let's trust that people can be good and let's try to save Mom. Let's see what she says. Forgive me, but I've been nothing but a burden to all of you. I don't deserve to be your mother. It looks like the police are here. Thank you for saving me. I will be held responsible for my actions. What I've done can't be excused. I'm sorry, my dears, for the hell I've caused. Are they going to put her in jail? Hello, my daughter. It seems you've chosen the right path, daughter. A form of forgiveness? It looks like mercy has struck again. There are always second chances, but not always third ones. Movies? Definitely this game is very much inspired by the Great Chinese Famine. Well, finally, as we could see, this game has a lot of similarities with what was happening during the Great Chinese Famine at the time. With no food available, they literally looked for every possible way to try to feed themselves. They even ended up eating their own family members who died of hunger, or digging up corpses of people who had died recently. But specifically, the game is based on the fact that they used their own young children to try to feed the others. And even though it sounds very disturbing, it's something that really happened. But if we go to the description of Mother's Care, we can find inspired by Madre. Well, Madre is a movie that exists, and besides being quite significant, the director is Argentine. So yes, you could say it's about 50% inspired by it. But if you found Mother's Care disturbing, the next game is even more so because it's one of the most popular games on Roblox. And the worst part is that one of the monsters in the game is inspired by a real demon. We all know that 99 Nights in the Woods is one of the most popular games on Roblox. Everyone played it, and if you didn't, I don't know if you've been living under a rock or what, but if you don't know what it's about, let me tell you. 99 Nights in the Woods is a survival game, but especially a horror game where you have to rescue 4 children who were kidnapped. But one of the biggest threats in the game are the sects of masked cultists. Basically, they're the main enemies in the game, the ones who are going to mess up your life trying to ruin your survival. But like any cult, this group obeys a mythological creature, a spirit that not many know about, but it is the symbol of cannibalism. And we're talking about the Wendigo. The Wendigo is a mythological creature, an evil spirit, and a symbol of cannibalism, belonging to the folklore of the Algonquian indigenous peoples of northern North America. Honestly, I don't know what Algonquian means. It symbolizes extreme hunger, greed, selfishness, and the strict ban on cannibalism during the winter. That's the main idea. It is believed that a human becomes a Wendigo if they commit cannibalism to survive or if they are possessed by an evil spirit. And this is where the darkest part of 99 Nights in the Woods comes in, and it's something the game doesn't tell you. But there's something called Wendigo psychosis, and this is exactly what has driven the members of the cult insane. Basically, Wendigo psychosis is a culture-bound mental disorder that originated among the Algonquian indigenous peoples of North America. It is characterized by an obsessive fear of turning into a cannibalistic monster, a rejection of normal culture, and an uncontrollable desire to consume human flesh. And in case you haven't realized yet, the members of the cult obey the Wendigo. And does this mean that everyone in the cult is a cannibal? In fact, if you didn't pay close attention, you might find something very dark. You can see how some cultists set up camps and feed on meat. The developers never confirmed this is human flesh because if they did, it would be very disturbing and dark. But after this analysis, we can definitely confirm that 99 Nights in the Woods is a game based on cannibalism, or at least it has aspects of cannibalism. So that's it, guys. I hope you like my Spider-Man hat. I hope you enjoyed this video. Subscribe and give it a like. But that wasn't all, because if you thought these Roblox games were creepy, what happened to these YouTubers is going to seem even more so, because they went through such terrifying things that some of them had to leave hidden messages asking for help. So click here if you want to see it. With nothing more to say, guys, goodbye.